Hi there, my name's Sal Holden and I'm the founder of Abundant Heart Coaching. Thanks so much for deciding to click on the link and be able to feel less stress and more energized in just literally like 5 minutes or 5 to 10 minutes max. I know that you're probably super busy just like me and are trying to juggle so many different things in life as well. And I think one of the things that can definitely come up for super busy mums is that at times we feel really overwhelmed or we feel really stressed or we've just, it's hard to stop that monkey mind going at times. And being able to have some really great tools and resources that can help us shift ourselves emotionally to get into a more resourceful state, to be the best version of ourselves each day can be super, super helpful. And I know for myself personally, back in 2008, I had some life-changing experiences. My marriage broke down. I suddenly became a single mum of two girls then aged 6 and 8. I decided to restudy or go on a new career tangent. So that was taking a lot of time. And in the process of all of that, my beautiful mum passed away as well. So if you're in anger, if you're stressed, if you're worried, if you feel a sense of powerlessness or just even, feeling out of control with your emotions each day, I think that you'll find this process super, super valuable. At the time when all that was going on, I was desperate for some answers. And so I went on a bit of a journey simply to find the resources that I could, because my belief is who I am each day absolutely impacts everybody around me, but most importantly, my kids. And as a kinesiologist and as a transformational mindset coach, I see the effects of that that can come up for kids at times as well. And so the better that we can feel each day, no doubt, the stronger our family can be, and we can make some better, more resourceful decisions as well. So without further ado, jump in, grab that download. Just click on the download link to be able to grab your worksheets. There's 3 different ones there. One is just a simple sheet which has the instructions down the bottom on how to actually use it. I will run through a quick example for you today as well. And then there's 2 other examples there. Now, one is on finances, simply because I think, at times we can all get a bit stressed about money. Money literally impacts every area of our life. So the better that we can feel about money, the more affluent and the more easily able we are to attract that to ourselves as well. And the other one is body image. I think, as women, we tend to give ourselves a pretty hard time. I can definitely put my hand up there in the past in how we actually feel about our body. And of course, that affects our energy and that affects our own self-belief and self-esteem and confidence as well. So being able to be able to quickly move through some unresourceful emotions such as despair or powerlessness or even anger up into feelings of joy and gratitude is truly powerful. So I'll grab the sheet now. So this one here is one that I've pre-printed out, one that I went and prepared earlier. And as you can see, so if you grab your worksheet now as well, you'll actually see down the bottom there is some pretty low emotions there as well. So they go back into like fear, grief, despair, powerlessness, and those types of emotions. Now, as you work up the chart, so we're actually working backwards, as you move up the chart, you'll notice that there's other emotions there which have slightly higher energy. So as you can see, there's anger, there's discouragement, there's blame, there's worry. So my feeling is, when I'm in despair and powerlessness, or if I felt those emotions in the past, then that can be very debilitating. We don't want to get off the lounge in those emotions. So when we get up into anger, though, there's more energy, there's more action, there's more movement with anger. So anger can be really, really resourceful. But the problem is that as kids, we were taught that anger was wrong. And so a lot of people find themselves in this spiral of coming up to anger, which is actually resourceful for them if they've been in despair. But they make it wrong, and so then they bounce back down into a sense of despair or powerlessness again as well. So what most people find, that once they actually embrace the emotion of anger and are able to continue moving through anger into discouragement, blame and worry, and then perhaps into feelings of overwhelm and frustration. And you can feel the lightness as the emotions kind of lift up a little bit if you just tune in for yourself in perhaps past experiences of how you felt at that time. And then we get up into perhaps boredom and curiosity, and then in contentment and hopefulness, as well as then optimistic or optimism, and enthusiastic, positive belief, and then right up into the really positive ones, which is joy and gratitude and love. And that's that, like, oh my God, amazing. That's like, yes, that feeling is, yeah, that's where, the true power and the true energy is. And we feel like we're unstoppable when we're in that space. And I'm sure you've all experienced that emotion as well. So what tends to happen for people though is, and I know this was a big one for me in the past, if I felt in despair and powerlessness, then I would always be wanting to jump straight to gratitude. And what I found was it felt empty. It felt hollow. There was no actual feeling that went with it. And it was kind of like the mind was just like, yeah, no, it's just, I don't feel like that. And so this tool is a very, very quick and easy way, literally within 5 to 10 minutes of completing this worksheet, you can move through those lower emotions and then up into the higher emotions as well. And what you'll find is that if you actually did this as a daily practice, that your emotional set point, so where you generally resonate for most of the time, will actually start to lift. And so I like to use this with particular subjects or particular areas of life as well. So like I said before, I had one on finances, and I had another one on body image. So there's lots of different ways that we could use this. Perhaps if our kids are kind of getting to us at the time, even though we love our darlings, if we're feeling overwhelmed, or we feel that not appreciated or not loved or not taken care of, then this can be a really, really good tool to use in any of our relationships as well, or even just with our career or with how we're feeling about ourselves. So pick a particular area, a particular subject that's really bugging you at the moment, or that you're feeling less resourceful about. It might even be time, or anything at all that you're wanting to shift or change or feel differently about. So grab your worksheet. Now, the way that this works is I want you to tune into where you feel that you're at emotionally right now. So if you're in anger, great. If you feel in despair or out of control, or feel a sense of guilt or unworthiness, you need to start there. So we pick whichever emotion that we're at, and we'll start on that particular one. Now, for this example, I'll actually just start right at the bottom with despair and grief and powerlessness. So if we worked on body image, I think that'd probably be helpful for most people. So sometimes, what we want to do is each emotion, we write a particular sentence on that particular emotion, how we're feeling about that particular subject. So for example, if we're working on our body image, it would be, I feel a sense of despair every time I look in the mirror. I feel powerless to be able to have my body the way that I'm wanting. And then we'd move up to the next one, which is feeling insecure, guilt, or unworthy. So it might be, I feel really insecure in going out in public. I don't like the way that I look. I feel jealous. So we'll just keep moving up, and so I'll guide you through that as we go. I feel jealous of other women that find it so easy to keep their bodies feeling really confident and feeling really energized and in a good place. I feel a sense of hatred or rage at my body for not behaving or not being the way that it is, or feeling too hard to make it lose weight. I feel a sense of anger at myself that I feel this way. I feel discouraged every time that I either look in the mirror or I think about how I feel about my body. I blame myself for not being able to have the level of self-control that I feel like I need to have at times with my food and with my exercise. And I blame others for taking up too much of my time or giving me too many things to do. I feel worried that I'm always going to feel this way. I feel a sense of doubt in that I'll ever be able to overcome this. I feel a sense of discouragement, a disappointment in looking at myself or how I feel about myself. I feel overwhelmed with so many things that I need to get done in a day that I feel like I can't focus on my health. I feel frustrated, and I feel so impatient that this hasn't changed yet. I feel pessimistic because I feel like it's never going to change. I feel bored because I haven't got the energy that I'm wanting to have to do all the things that I want to do every day. I'm curious how this might change. I'm courageous to be able to look at this in a different way and to be able to perhaps maybe take a different step today, or just to think differently today, or even just to complete this worksheet. I'm content in the fact that I can get up each day. There's so many people that aren't able to get up out of bed, and so I am content that I can get up each day, and that I can do the things that my family love and appreciate about me as well. I'm feeling hopeful about even just doing this process. This process has helped me feel more hopeful in that I'll be able to actually change my emotions about how I feel, which I know impacts the actions that I take as well. I'm feeling more optimistic. I know that if I kept doing this, I could actually start to feel a little bit different each day. I'm feeling positive expectation in that I know when I go for a walk, I actually feel heaps better within myself. And I know that if I kept doing this and kept feeling better about myself, that things really, really could change. I'm feeling more enthusiastic with my life in general. And I'm feeling a sense of passion even return for taking care of my body, because I know when I'm being my best self, then I feel better in myself and everything just works so much better. I feel such joy and appreciation for the things that I can see, and the laughter that I can hear, and the beautiful blue sky that I can see, and the sunshine, and so many great things in my life. I feel such an appreciation for where I am right now, and I know that if I continue to move forward and love my body and take care of myself, then I know that I can feel better and better and better each day, and have such an appreciation for my life. So that's a really quick way that we can work with our body. As I said, that there's those couple of other examples there as well. I'm really excited to hear how you go with this, and perhaps if you had any other questions about this process or some other tools that I could also share with you in terms of overcoming stress, overcoming overwhelm, and being able to create a life that you absolutely love and adore. I'm super passionate about it. Would love to answer any of your questions. Please jump into the Authentic Happiness Club page as well. I'd love to see you on there and see any particular comments or anything that you've got to say. And looking forward to helping you in any way that I can moving forward. Have an awesome day, guys. Lots of love to you. We're all sisters on the path, and yeah, anything that we can all do to support and encourage and uplift each other, I think is certainly meaningful and helpful. Have a great day. Bye.